Adaptive radiation, development of a number of new species from a common ancestor.
Climax community, mature communities such as the boreal forest, tropical rainforest, and grassland that continues to change over time.
Ecological succession, changes that take place over time in the types of organisms that live in an area.
Natural succession, process in which over time the best adapted members of a species will survive and reproduce.
That ain't science! Okay, so sir, what's your name?
I'm Angry Bird.
So I'm going to ask you a few questions today. So how does secondary succession affect your habitat?
When forest fires happen, it ruins our habitat. There's nothing left but ash and burnt trees. Secondary succession helps because it repairs the soil because it has existing nutrients.
So how do you provide food for yourself?
The dead trees provide food and shelter for some species. The beetle is also an important food.
So what is sustainability to you?
It is important for a sustainable ecosystem because it would provide economic opportunities.
Okay, so I'm Ms. Stand-Up, and today we have a special guest here with us today to help us with some science, and her name is Ms. Prasantka.
Okay, we're going to start off by introducing two new concepts, land use and resource use.
Okay, so what land use is it's the way we use the land around us for urban development, agriculture, industry, mining, and forestry.
Resource use is, it refers to the way we obtain and use materials.
For land use, it's like pretty much what we build on land that was once part of an ecosystem.
Okay, and resource use is what is naturally occurring materials such as soil, wood, water, gas, oil, and minerals. Okay, does anyone want to come up and show examples of land use effects?
I'll do it, Ms. Prasantka.
Okay, come on.
Land use effect, the continuing expansion of population into ecosystems can affect grasslands, forests, wetlands, and farmlands.
Okay, so now if you want to come up and write an example for sustainable approach.
Okay.
Sustainable approach is some cities are redeveloping industrial areas or buildings. These projects include a mix of residents, businesses, and some industries.
Okay, thank you, Namjo. I'm going to go over the effects of deforestation. So what it is it's the practice in which forests logged and cleared for human use and never replanted.
And it continues in an alarming rate in many parts of the world.
Soil degradation, on the other hand, is what can occur when water and wind erosion removes topsoil from bare land.
But deforestation causes erosion as well. And when topsoil erodes, nutrients are taken with it. Many parts of North America, when fields are left bare, during non-planting seasons, water and wind erosions can reduce amount of healthy topsoil for plant production.
Okay, so soil compaction occurs when soil particles are squeezed together and the air spaces between the particles are reduced.
And aeration is in which small clogs of soil are mechanically removed.
Yeah?
Ms. Danda, can you explain to me what habitat fragmentation is?
Yes. Okay, so what habitat fragmentation is, it's the division of habitats into smaller isolated fragments. And these isolated pockets of ecosystems affect plant populations, seed dispersal, wildlife movement, and plant and animal reproduction.
Ms. Prasantka.
Yes.
I don't understand what habitat loss is.
Habitat loss refers to the destruction of habitats, which usually results from human activities.
Now
Now we're going to discuss overexploitation, and what it is, it's the use or extraction of a resource until it is depleted.
And it can result in extinction. An extinction is dying out of a species.
An example would be the passenger pigeons. They were brought to extinction by North American settlers by hunting them for food.
And not only does it affect their numbers, it is also a loss of genetic diversity.
So now we're going to move on to the effect of overexploitation on food webs. And it affects many interactions in food webs.
And the effects take decades to appear.
Kelp forms dense forests, and it is important to marine ecosystems because they provide hiding places for marine animals.
And there's also resource management and traditional ecological knowledge.
And with traditional ecological knowledge, it's the natural occurrences in the forest environment.
And it reflects human experience with nature gained over centuries.
Yeah.
Okay, it provides researchers with valuable data about soil types, plants, and animal species.
And burning was also practiced by First Nations to improve the growth of desired plants.
Any questions?
No?
No? Okay.
Okay, now we are learning 3.3, how introduced species affect ecosystems. Now, Casey, what are you guys doing on your phones? Hand them over. You guys have detention after school, both of you.
Okay. Attention, guys.
We're having an oral quiz. It's worth 20% to your mark.
So we're gonna ask you guys some questions, and all you do is put your hand up, or actually we're just gonna choose you, okay? And you the answer.
Yo, did that answer?
Yeah, might be that.
Alright, stop talking! This is attention.
Listen up. As we're continuing with the detention and oral quiz, Nacho, what is a native species?
It's plants or animals that naturally inhabit an area.
Okay, next I want you guys to fill in these.
Okay, so some introduced invasive species in BC are Eurasian milfoil, Norway rat, American bullfrog, and European starling.
Oh! Flooding occurs in coastal areas, rivers, lakes, when the volume of water exceeds the ability of water body to contain it.
Oh my god, look at those huge, rapidly moving waves, also known as tsunamis. They're gonna tear the city apart! Ah!
So, how does secondary succession affect your habitat?
When forest fires ruin our habitat, what kind of writing? It is important for sustainable.
Okay guys, so today we have a special guest here to help us out with some science. Her name is Miss Basankar.
Yo, man! We don't got
Okay, we're gonna start off today's class by talking about the effects of resources.
Sorry, you got a shower today.
That was not cool at all.
Now we are learning how introduced species affect ecosystems.
Yo, check this out. Yo, it's killing me.
Nav, Enki, what are you guys doing on your phones? Hand me your phone.
No! Yo, what do you think the answer is, yo?
I don't know, look at that.
Guys, no talking.
I know. Primary succession occurs where there is no soil and where bare rock occurs.